So, it's been a minute since we've seen a week this packed in the world of AI. Seriously, it feels like every single major player decided to drop something significant all at once, and trying to keep up with it all has been a lot. From new features being baked directly into the software you use every day, to hardware getting a massive boost, to whispers of what's coming next, it's clear the pace of innovation isn't just fast anymore. It's accelerating at a rate that's both exciting and a little dizzying. It's almost hard to believe all this happened in just 7 days, which is exactly why we're doing this. Welcome to AI Pulse, and this is your weekly roundup. My goal here is to cut through the noise and give you the signal, the top AI stories that actually matter and what they mean for you. We'll break down the announcements, look at the implications, and piece together the bigger picture of where this technology is heading. Forget the clickbait and the fluff. We're diving deep into the real substance of what's happening. So, for this week's edition, we've got some major updates from Google, a huge performance leap from NVIDIA, Microsoft doubling down on its AI integration, and of course, some very spicy rumors about the next generation of GPT. There's a lot to get through, so let's get right into it. This is the AI news you need to know. Alright, first up, let's talk about Google. They quietly rolled out a new experimental feature in Chrome this week that, honestly, could be a pretty big deal for how we all consume information online. It's a new AI-powered tool built right into the browser, designed to do one thing really well: summarize long articles for you instantly. You know, those super long in-depth reports or 1,000-word think pieces. Now, with a click, Chrome can generate a concise, bullet-pointed summary of the key takeaways. It's like having a research assistant who's always on call. The implementation is pretty clean. When you're on a supported page, a small icon appears, and activating it brings up a side panel with the AI-generated summary. It's not just pulling random sentences, it's genuinely trying to understand the context and give you the core arguments of the piece. For students doing research, creators looking for source material, or really anyone who's short on time but needs to stay informed, this is a massive quality-of-life improvement. The friction is basically zero since it's right there in the browser you're already using. Now, the bigger picture here is the competitive landscape. This move feels like a direct shot across the bow at third-party summarization tools and, to some extent, even ChatGPT itself. A lot of people use ChatGPT for this exact purpose, pasting a link and asking for a summary. By integrating this functionality natively into Chrome, Google is leveraging its massive distribution advantage. They're making a core AI use case a default feature, which could make it much harder for standalone summarization apps to compete for user attention. The question becomes, how good is it really? In my initial testing, it's surprisingly solid for straightforward articles and news reports. It gets the main points right most of the time. But for more nuanced or creatively written pieces, it can sometimes miss the subtlety. Still, for a version 1, it's impressive. This is Google planting its flag, saying that generative AI isn't just a destination you visit, like a chatbot's website, but a utility that should be ambient and integrated everywhere. It's a subtle but powerful strategic shift. Shifting gears from software to the hardware that powers it all, let's talk about NVIDIA, because this week they reminded everyone why they are the undisputed king of the AI chip market. They pushed out a major software and driver update that, on the surface, might sound a little boring. It's not a new shiny piece of hardware, but the impact is huge. This update is specifically aimed at optimizing performance for AI workloads on their existing GPUs, and the gains they're claiming are pretty substantial. It's essentially free performance. So what does this actually mean? For developers and businesses running AI models, this update can translate to significantly faster training times and more efficient inference. Inference is what happens when you actually use a trained model, like asking an image generator to create a picture or having a language model answer a question. By making inference faster and more efficient, NVIDIA is allowing for more complex models to run on the same hardware, or for existing models to respond quicker and at a lower operational cost. It's a win-win. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a deep optimization of the software stack. Things like CUDA, CUDNN, and TensorRT that sits between the AI frameworks and the physical silicon. NVIDIA's real moat isn't just their hardware, it's this entire ecosystem they've built over the last decade. They are constantly fine-tuning it to squeeze every last drop of performance out of their chips. This update is a perfect example of that. It's like a car manufacturer sending an over-the-air update that suddenly gives your engine 20% more horsepower. The ripple effect is significant. For companies, this means the millions of dollars they've invested in NVIDIA hardware just became more valuable overnight. For developers, it means they can iterate faster and build more powerful applications. And for us, the end users, it means the AI services we use will get subtly faster and more capable without any new hardware being deployed. It reinforces the idea that in the AI race, it's not just about who has the fastest chip, but who has the best optimized software to run on it. NVIDIA is playing chess, not checkers. Meanwhile, over at Microsoft, they made it crystal clear this week that their all-in on AI strategy is not just talk. They announced a massive, multi-billion-dollar investment aimed at one specific goal: integrating their Copilot AI assistant so deeply into their products that it becomes inseparable from the user experience. We're not just talking about a little chatbot button in the corner anymore. We're talking about a fundamental re-architecture of how their core software works, with AI at its very center. The focus is squarely on their enterprise and productivity suites, Microsoft 365, Office, and Teams. The vision they're selling is one where Copilot is an active participant in your workflow. Imagine starting a Word document and Copilot suggests an outline based on a related email thread, or being in a Teams meeting, and Copilot is not only transcribing but also summarizing action items in real time and assigning them to the right people. This is AI moving from a novelty to a utility, a true digital colleague. This level of integration is incredibly ambitious. It requires not only powerful AI models, but also a deep understanding of user context. Your files, your emails, your calendar, your chats. This is where Microsoft's enterprise dominance becomes a huge advantage. They own the ecosystem where work happens for millions of people. By plugging Copilot directly into that data graph, they can provide a level of personalized, context-aware assistance that a standalone tool simply can't match. It's a powerful lock-in effect. Of course, this also raises huge questions about data, privacy, and security, which Microsoft was quick to address with promises of enterprise-grade compliance. But the strategic intent is undeniable. They want to make AI an indispensable part of daily work, and they want Microsoft to be the company that provides it. This isn't just about competing with Google Docs or Slack anymore, it's about defining the future of productivity itself, and making Copilot the new interface for getting things done. It's a bold, expensive, and potentially game-changing bet. And finally, let's get to the one that has everyone talking, the rumors swirling around OpenAI and the highly anticipated GPT-5. Now, full disclosure, this is all unconfirmed, but the whispers are getting louder and more specific, coming from sources that have been reliable in the past. What we're hearing is that the next major iteration of the model that powers ChatGPT is not just an incremental update. The reports are pointing towards a significant leap forward in several key areas, potentially redefining what we expect from a large language model. The first major area of improvement is said to be reasoning. While GPT-4 is incredible, it can sometimes struggle with complex multi-step logic or fall for tricky wordplay. The chatter around GPT-5 suggests a major architectural overhaul designed to give it much more robust logical and reasoning capabilities. Think of it as moving from just pattern-matching text to actually understanding and manipulating concepts in a more human-like way. If true, this could unlock new applications in science, math, and complex problem-solving. Another huge area mentioned is multimodality. GPT-4 can already handle text and images, but the rumors suggest GPT-5 will be natively multimodal in a much more profound way, potentially including video and audio understanding from the ground up. This isn't just about describing what's in a video. It could mean asking the AI to edit a video clip based on a text command, or to analyze the sentiment of a conversation from an audio file. This would be a massive step towards a more general-purpose AI that can perceive and interact with the world in the same ways we do. And perhaps most excitingly, there are hints about improved capabilities for real-world task completion and agency. The idea is that GPT-5 could be better at taking a high-level goal, breaking it down into a series of steps, and then executing those steps using various tools, like browsing the web or writing and running code. This moves it closer to the concept of an AI agent that can autonomously get things done for you. The excitement is palpable, because if even half of these rumors are true, GPT-5 could represent another iPhone moment for AI, fundamentally changing the landscape once again. So, when you step back and look at everything that happened this week, one thing becomes incredibly clear. The AI race is accelerating, and it's happening at full speed. This isn't a marathon anymore. It's looking more like a series of back-to-back sprints. Every major company is pushing forward, not just with incremental updates, but with foundational shifts in strategy and capability. Google is embedding AI into the fabric of the web, NVIDIA is unlocking more power from the hardware we already have, and Microsoft is redefining what a work tool even is. This constant, relentless push from every direction is what makes this space so compelling to follow. The competition is fierce, and that competition is breeding innovation at a pace we've rarely seen in tech. The rumors around what's next, like GPT-5, just add another layer of anticipation to it all. We're witnessing a technological arms race, where the ultimate winner is, hopefully, progress itself. What was considered science fiction just a couple of years ago is now becoming a feature in a software update. It's an incredible time to be watching this unfold, and we're going to be here every step of the way to break it all down for you. There's no doubt that next week will bring another wave of announcements and breakthroughs, and we'll be here to cover them. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to AI Pulse to stay in the loop with our weekly updates, and I'll see you in the next one.